Welcome back to my new video, my dear technician. Today I want to show you a simple formula, a simple strategy that you can use to fix any phone. My dear technician, I mean any phone. So it is not just this phone, any type of phone. So without time wasted, let me start the video. Check this out. The phone is not turning on. This is the problem of the phone. The phone is not turning on. My dear technician, first thing I will use my multimeter. So you need a multimeter. Please, if you don't have a multimeter, please try and get a multimeter. Please, it's important. Check this out. First of all, I set it to continuity mode. Continuity mode means the diode mode. Make sure you set it to diode mode and confirm if your multimeter is set to diode mode. The next thing is for you to place the negative of your multimeter to the ground of the phone and use the positive probe to test the VBAT plus, you test the NTC, you test the negative, test all the 4 pins. It is important. Check if it is working or not. If it is short, then it is very simple to do. Okay, if it is not short, now let's proceed. The next thing is the use of a DC power supply to test the PCB to be sure whether the IC is working or any other components working, or there's a short, or there's something somewhere that is stopping this phone not to boot. My dear technician, if you don't have a DC power supply, don't worry, I'll drop a video and show you how you can use a battery booster to detect the fault. Don't worry about it. So let me proceed. First thing, I set the voltage to 4.0 and the amps, I use 2 amps. Okay, now I click the power on button. You can see the trigger voltage. There was a time I talked about trigger voltage and not everybody really understand what is called trigger voltage. Let me show you what I talk about. My dear technician, for you to be able to perfectly understand trigger voltage, you must first of all understand how DC power supply works. Check this out. Let me press the power on button. Check this out. Now you can see that the arm section is actually reading a trigger voltage. The trigger voltage is actually reading the amps the PCB consume, the phone PCB consume. So with this amount of amps consumed, you'll be able to know whether the component on the phone PCB is working or not, or there's a fault. By the technician, if you want to know more about trigger voltage and how you can actually use DC power supply to test and fix phone issues, please join my YouTube channel. Become a member of my YouTube channel so you can learn a lot of things. My dear technician, from my reading, the DC power supply shows that the power IC is actually working because of the trigger voltage. That means the amps that shows on the DC power supply screen. But my dear technician, I am not still satisfied. I need to be sure, right? I need to test components to be sure if they is short or not, because there are sometimes DC power supply give you a good reading, but there's something still wrong with the PCB. So please do not be satisfied with the reading on your DC power supply. Please take your time and do troubleshoot personally to be sure that this thing is working or not working. My dear technician, you can see I take my time to test component, especially the capacitors, to be sure whether it's working or not working. It's important you do so. Please check this out. I test these big capacitors because these big capacitors is responsible for filtering voltage that goes to the power IC. So I take my time to check and finally I detect the fault. There's one capacitor that is actually shorting power, and my dear technician, let me remove the PCB from the casing and then remove the heatsink that is covering the section. Check this out. My dear technician, if you have any question concerning this, if you want to ask me anything that you have in mind, please, I'm begging you, let me know in the comment section. I will check your comment. Please, it's important. I will check your comment. My dear technician, before I proceed, let me go for a break. I just want to show you guys something that is very important. I know for sure you will love it. So let me show you. My dear technician, check this out. I renew my office. I renovate my office. Check this out, my dear technician. Check this out. Check this out. My dear technician, first of all, I started with painting. You can see Everything looks very good. By the technician, I love this so much. The next thing is for me to change my table. The table that I was using was the old traditional table, and guys, I got this one. By the technician, a lot of work is still going on. There are a lot of things that I'm planning to do. I'm planning a lot of things to do. Work is still going on. Tools is coming. Microscope is coming. Guys, there are a lot of things that is coming. I will make sure this my shop change a lot. Okay, I will change this my shop a lot. So guys, without time wasted, let me continue. My technician, the next thing is for me to apply paste. It's important. Please make sure that you apply paste. Check this out, my dear technician. One of the capacitor here is shorting. So that is why I want to remove this heat zinc. I mean this shell. I want to check deeply. My technician have received a lot of complaint from different technicians. They say when they want to remove the shell, I mean the heat zinc, after they successfully remove the heat zinc, the phone is not turning on anymore. Please, my dear technician, please, my dear technician, if you don't know something, let me know in the comment section. I will share with you my temperature. My dear technician, have in mind that there's no component in any phone that you can change it very fast. I mean, now, you're done. If you want to rush, you will end up spoiling something. Please, that is why I don't like forwarding my videos. My dear technician, please. So that is one of the reasons why I don't like forwarding my videos. Because I want you to learn something. I don't rush videos. Because I don't want you to have any issue. I want you guys to follow up and see whatsoever that I'm doing. I zoom for you guys to see what I change or what I remove or do anything at all. Check this out. First of all, I insert something. This is called a scraper knife. Okay, what I use to carry up the heat zinc is called a scraper knife. My technician, try and get it. It can save your life. This will help you save you a lot of stress, and with the tools you can be able to carry up the heat zinc and then put your tweezers and then you're good to go without spoiling any component. Check this out, my dear technician. Very simple. Is there any component here that is spoiled, that is shift, that is this or that is that? My dear technician, everything is 100% working. If you have any question, let me know. Check this out. I zoom for you guys to see. I zoom for you guys to check. I zoom for you guys to confirm. If there is anything that is missing here, my dear technician, nothing is missing. Check this out. I clean it. I check very well. Nothing is missing. If you have any question, feel free. Tell me something. Tell me something right now in the comment section. At the technician, the next thing is for me to remove this capacitor that is shorting. After removing this capacitor, I will confirm if it is from this capacitor or not. But if you don't want to stress yourself, you want to detect it without removing the capacitor, I will advise you to use a DC power supply, set the voltage to 2 volts and the amps to 2 amps, and make sure you confirm on the PCB where there is positive and negative. This will help you not to make mistake during the process, okay? So that you will not spoil the phone PCB, I mean the phone panel, okay? If you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. My definition without time wasted, let me get the capacitor removed. Check this out. I use my rework station. I set the A to 1. The A is just 1 because of the type of the rework station I use. Then for the heat, I set it to 120. I use 120 to get this capacitor removed. Okay. Airflow is 1. Then for the heat is 120. So that's what I use to get this removed. If you have any question concerning this, please let me know. If you have any question concerning this, let me know. It's important. If you have any question concerning this, please let me know. It's important. Check this out. Check this out. I finally removed the capacitor. Check this out. My dear technician, the next thing is for me to use my multimeter to check whether the circuit is now open or is still shorting. If it is still shorting, fine, there is still a way for me to get it resolved, okay? So don't panic. Check this out. I check it, you can see that it's still shorting. The positive is still short with the ground, meaning that the problem is not from the capacitor, the problem is somewhere else. Check this out, my dear technician. So the next thing is for me to set voltage to 4 volt for the amps. I use 4 amps. I need a lot of amps for me to be able to detect where the problem is actually coming from. If it is from IC, if it is from diode, if it is from any capacitor at all. But I want to make sure I detect that particular component that is shorting. So that is why I increase the amps to 4 amps. My dear technician, check this out. If you have any question, feel free. Let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, check this out. I apply paste. Check, you will see I apply paste is very, very important in case there is any component here that is hitting. If you have thermal camera, good. For me, I don't have it, so I use paste. You can use paste. It will help you to detect. I apply voltage. Check this out. Nothing is heating up. Okay, there's heat. I just detected heat now. Let me apply again. My dear technician is heating up, but is slowly heating up. It's not too hot. It's just warm. Let me turn the PCB and get the heat sink on the back side. Remove right now. My dear technician, if you have any question, you're free. If you have any question, let me know right now in the comment section. If you have any question concerning this video, let me know. My dear technician, check this out. My dear technician. I apply heat. Check this out, my dear technician. Check this out, my dear technician. Check this out. Make sure you take your time to do this. I want to check the power IC. If the problem is coming from the power IC, I will know. Check this out, my dear technician. My dear technician, this short is not actually connected to the VBAT. So checking the VBAT, nothing is wrong. If you use your multimeter to test it, it's not going to show any shorting. The shorting is somewhere that is not connected to the VBAT, meaning that your multimeter will not be able to detect it when you test the VBAT. So there are so many things that you need to take your time to troubleshoot so that you can fix the issue. And when I use my DC power supply to test, you saw everything that it shows that the power IC is working, but there's shorting. Okay, there's a short. There's a place that is shorting. Check this out, my dear technician. From the look of things here, it looked like this phone fell inside water. But anyway, let me keep checking. If there's anything. Let me keep checking. My dear technician, so this is one of the reasons I told you guys that do not be satisfied with your DC power supply. There are some times you need to check deeply so that you'll be able to detect the fault. Okay, you can see I apply paste here. Check this out. I apply paste here because we have capacitors here, so that's why I apply paste. The next thing is for me to inject power. Want to inject power now. Check this out. If you have any question, feel free. Tell me something right now. If you have any question, tell me something right now. Check this out, my dear technician. I'll be done. Check this out. I'll be done. My dear technician, check this out. It's melting. You can see it's melting. Check this out. It's melting. You can see that the paste melt. Check this out. This place right here is heating up. This place right here is heating up. My dear technician, check this out. Check this out, my dear technician. Let me check if there's anything that is shorting or anything at all. Right here, I check the capacitor. My dear technician, this one is not shorting. This one is shorting. My dear technician, this one is shorting. This one is shorting. This one is shorting. This particular one is shorting, my dear technician. Check this out. The problem is actually coming from the power IC. The power IC is not working. My dear technician, the power IC is not working. The heat is coming from the power IC direct. If you check the boost coil, all the paste that I put on top of the boost coil melts. Even the boost coil itself heat up a little bit. And guys, the problem is not from the capacitor. The problem is from the power IC. The power IC read very well as if it is working, but it is not working. It is heating up, consuming power instead of working. But the technician, check this out. So the only way is for me to change the power IC and the phone works like magic. My dear technician, I hope and I'm sure that this video helps you a lot to detect faults in any phone, be it small phone, Android, iPhone, whatsoever phone that your customer give to you, you can be able to detect it. Okay, if you have any question, feel free, ask me in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video coming very soon. I love you all. Bye bye for now. You can see that I'm still checking. Want to be sure that everything is accurate and reading perfectly fine. At the technician, the problem is from the power IC. Just change the power IC and you're good to go. Check this out.